The dispute over retrenchments at the National Conservation Commission is heading to the Employment Rights Tribunal, which will have final say on the matter. Prime Minister Frundle Stewart made the announcement earlier today after just over 4 hours of talks with trade unions and the NCC management at government headquarters. Shane Seeley was there.
And end is in sight, according to Prime Minister Frundle Stewart, after chairing today's meeting in relation to the retrenchment saga at the NCC. For the first time this morning, he heard the issues from both sides, meeting with NCC management from about 8 and with all parties from close to 11 o'clock. When those talks ended at close to 3 this afternoon, the Prime Minister announced his decision, saying that from tomorrow, the Employment Rights Tribunal will be tasked with bringing an urgent settlement to the matter. He says the independent body will seek to correct mistakes made in the retrenchment process.
Based on what the tribunal is required to do, it should take the tribunal no time at all to determine who were the persons last in and who should have been the persons first out.
The Prime Minister explains there could be a number of outcomes. One of them, that some people could be returning to their jobs while others are sent home. He also contends the NCC has an obligation to stick to the close to 200 workers to be retrenched. But Mr. Stewart says that once the tribunal makes a ruling, workers can make a decision that best suits them.
There may be people who, given the antecedents that have led us to this, that have brought us to this stage, who may decide they want to go back, or they do not want to go back, or that they prefer compensation, they want to get on with their lives, but they should have a say in that once the tribunal makes its findings and puts those options to the affected persons.
Both the National Union of Public Workers and the Barbados Workers Union expressed some level of satisfaction with today's outcome. NUPW President Walter Maloney says he believes the meeting achieved its objective.
I think that this morning what has happened is that there's an acceptance that was around, that the process was tainted and that we need to go back and correct that. And the only vehicle you can use to correct it is the same Employment Rights Tribunal.
The BWU Deputy Director of Industrial Relations, Dwayne Paul, says he's confident that the process is moving in the right direction.
After careful examination of the information, decided to follow the process as we've been seeing. We've committed to a process, and therefore we're going to see it through, that the matter will be referred to the Employment Rights Tribunal as a matter of urgency for adjudication.
Both unions are now set to meet with their membership, including NCC workers, tomorrow to update them on the latest developments. Shane Seeley, CBC News.
The Barbados Family Planning Association is reporting positive public response to the recently introduced HPV vaccine. Executive Director George Griffith says parents have been using the BFPA's health services to ensure their children are immunized. Mr. Griffith made the disclosure this morning following the association's 60th anniversary service, which was held at the St. Mary's Anglican Church. He noted that the immunizations have been taking place amidst public debate over recommendations from health officials that girls between the ages of 11 and 12 receive the vaccine to reduce their chances of developing cervical cancer.
Parents are accessing the vaccine. In fact, we have been doing it for more than 18 months at the Barbados Family Planning Association under a project called Fight Like a Girl campaign. And friends of the association have been raising funds, fundraisers, approaching corporate Barbados and subsidizing the costs. As you know, it is very expensive. But we have been quietly doing that for the last 18 months without any adverse reaction or any dissatisfaction from the parents.
Mr. Griffith adds that there has been increased demand recently for many of the BFPA's services.
When you look at this year's annual report for 2013, you will see that there has been an increase by 17% in the number of services accessed by the public of Barbados. So people are coming forward. We need to do more in terms of our marketing and community outreach. But of course, there are challenges in terms of manpower and finance. But yes, people are coming forward and we want to encourage them to come out even more.
The invasive lionfish could potentially have a devastating impact on Barbados's economy if it is not tackled now. That's why the coastal management officials have been taking the lead to bring the numbers under control. Ryan Broom has that story.
The lionfish continues to be a major threat to Barbados's coastline, but local authorities are finding some unique ways to fight back. The Coastal Zone Management Unit coordinated what it called the Lionfish Derby, in which teams of divers went around the island to capture lionfish for a couple of hours. Almost 300 lionfish were caught, and they were then brought to Browns Beach, behind Harbour Lights, where the venomous spines were removed before they were weighed, cleaned, and prepared for consumption by chefs from various restaurants. Director of the Coastal Zone Management Unit, Dr. Lorna Innes, said the challenge now would be to take the fight to a regional level.
In Barbados, we are doing everything we possibly can. The divers in the unit will go out every week, and they will encourage the other divers across the island to do the same and to get rid of them and to kill them on site. But if our neighbors are not doing it, St. Vincent, Grenada, Trinidad, and so on, then what's going to happen? Their populations are going to keep coming, so our population will never actually go down. So I need to get that regional framework going.
The chefs from Mojo's, Daphne's, Waves, and Bajan Boys Entertainment all got extremely creative, doing everything from lionfish cakes to lionfish soup, lionfish sushi, pan-seared lionfish, and even barbecued lionfish. Independent chef Renwick Williams of Bajan Boys Entertainment spoke about their involvement.
The mango, as you know, is coming into season right now. So what we did today, we did pan-seared lionfish with just salt and pepper, and we deglazed it with a white wine vinegar, and we made a beautiful mango salsa.
Gavin Smith, co-owner of High Tide Water Sports, helped with the coordination of the chefs and also assisted with the dives. He said the large number of lionfish caught in such a short space of time shows the magnitude of the problem.
It just goes to show how prolific these are on our reefs, and the opportunities that are out there for somebody who's got this entrepreneurial spirit to go out, shoot as many as you can, bring them in, find somebody who will prepare them or buy them off of you whole, and there's a business right there.
From all accounts, everyone who tasted the different lionfish dishes enjoyed all of them.
The derby is a really nice idea. I really enjoyed the food that I tasted. The lionfish cocktail was really, really good.
I didn't know you could do so much with it, especially with the mango salsa, which is really good because I love mango, and mango's in season now.
It tasted really nice.
You could say this is a classic case of if you can't beat them, eat them. I'm Ryan Broom for CBC News.
Another local hotel has responded to calls for the promotion of health and wellness in the workplace. The Colony Club launched its health program this week for staff. For 5 consecutive days, employees participated in several activities, including Zumba, road tennis, a cross-country walk, and beach cricket. However, the highlight of the week's activities was an Ironman competition. General Manager Gail Talma says the week was geared at increasing the level of physical activity among staff.
Yes, of course, we have trophies for all the staff and prizes, but the most important thing after this week, we want the staff to go away with they've improved their life in some way, and more healthy, got into exercise, eating more healthy, something in that nature.